Welcome back to my spooky channel, and welcome back to my Halloween channel. So I am back with another unboxing video tonight. This will be my last unboxing video for quite some time when it comes to electronics. But yeah, everything on my channel is all spooky and Halloween. And that's exactly what my channel is all about. So tonight I'm going to be doing a little bit of an old unboxing that this item has been out for quite some time, but I wanted to actually share it here in 2025 because I felt like this video would be very interesting. Now, we obviously know this video is about Nintendo, and I got some spooky stuff on the side that I'm going to be showing after this unboxing, or even before it. But we do know that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be coming out. It's going to be releasing. They're going to be announcing it. Probably this week, I would assume. But I felt like I wanted to do a little bit of an older thing that's been out since 2021, and I wanted to share it here in 2025 because that's what my channel is all about. It's about doing different things and spooky things, and that's exactly what this channel is all about. So before I get to the main attraction of the video, I'm going to show you a couple of stuff that I have picked up. Because remember, this channel is always spooky. So, the first thing that I'm going to show is I actually did get this at some game store like a long time ago. I picked up the Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon guide. Now, I do not have this game for 3DS. I know this game did come out a couple of years ago. This is the official guidebook of it. I don't have the game, but I ended up getting this for like $15, which isn't bad considering that this is actually considered a collector's item. I know that back in the day, I think this probably came out in 2012 when Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon came out. So this is like one of those strategy guides that I know we all say we don't need strategy guides nowadays when we could just watch a video on how to beat a level or a game. But I felt like I wanted to get this because I felt like if I didn't go across this and if I didn't pick it up, I wouldn't be able to actually find it anywhere. So I ended up finding one, and I figured, why not get it, add to my collection. And it is spooky, so I do feel like maybe over time I want to like check it out and as well. I don't know if this actually goes with the new game, whether or not, but like I said, this is for Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon on the 3DS that came out in 2012. So I don't know if it's going to work with the new games, but either way, I just think this is a cool thing to collect. As you can see, there are some of the levels that are in the game, which is expected. So this is basically a guidebook to actually teach you how to get through most of the game, obviously. But this is really cool that I ended up finding this in the store, and I had to pick this up because I knew I wouldn't be able to find this ever again. And it's actually in pretty good condition. This is actually a used item. It's got a little bit of a dent right there, but other than that, it's in really good condition. So I am going to be holding on to this as a collector's item, which I'm going to be adding on top of there, right on top of my Goosebumps books. So I will put this to the side. So I figured I wanted to share this since this channel is all about spooky, and this is Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon Strategy Guide. So I think that was a cool item to add on top of my Goosebumps books in my collection. So without any further ado of that, I am also going to show you some of the Switch games that I'm also going to be showing before we get to the actual thing itself. So I got a few Switch games here that I'm actually going to play over time. So the first one that I actually ended up finding was Goosebumps the game. I don't know how anybody is familiar with this game, but I picked it up for $20, as you can see, pre-owned, quite some time ago. And I really do like the artwork here. You got Slappy on the main cover, which, by the way, it's not the original Slappy. It's the Slappy from the movie, like the Jack Black one. So it's not the original Slappy, but I do like the artwork on the main cover. It is Goosebumps the game. Never played this game before. Don't know how it's about. I do love Goosebumps. I do love the series. I do like the movies. But I do like the series the most. So I'm not really sure how this game is going to be on the Switch. It might be a fun game. It might not be good. I have no idea, but it is made by Gay Mills on the bottom. So I wanted to actually pick that up as well. Once I saw it, I figured I'd get it. This is obviously a pretty old game, but it's a fun game to play on the Switch, and I'm going to check that out. Another game that I also have had is Luigi's Mansion 3. So obviously this game came out back in 2019. This was one of the top Switch games back in 2019. I know a lot of people loved this game when they played it. It actually won for the top nominee back in 2019 as one of the best games in that year. So this is Luigi's Mansion 3. Obviously, I have played a little bit of a gameplay of this. I actually went to the ending of the game, but I couldn't beat the final boss, and then I just completely stopped playing it. But I feel like this game could have been a little bit more spooky throughout the whole thing. I know in the beginning, it's spooky, and then the rest, it's just a little bit different. So it definitely had its own style to it, but I kind of wish that this game actually was spooky all the way through. But there's Luigi's Mansion 3. It's still an amazing game, no matter how you look at it. Then over here, I have, well, another game that I picked up for like $10. Hotel Transylvania 3, Monsters Overboard. Never have played this game. I heard it's like a Pikmin-type style game. So as you can see, these are the characters in Hotel Transylvania. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the movie, but we'll actually check out how the game will play out on the Switch. So that's also another platforming game as well. And then another one that I have, this is a sealed copy that I actually have pre-ordered for quite some time. It's also Hotel Transylvania Scary Tale Adventures for the Switch. This came out sometime in April of 2022, I believe. And I did have this pre-ordered for the Switch exclusively because I knew this game would probably be the best played on the Switch because of the platform. So I ended up picking this up. I think this was $39.99 at the time. And it has all your basic characters. You got Drac, you got all the other characters in Hotel Transylvania. So this was actually one of the games. As you can see, I have the Hotel Transylvania plushies in the back right there. Mavis and Drac and the middle character there. So I definitely want to check this game out. This looks kind of cool. Scary Tale Adventures looks really spooky. So we're going to check that out at some point. So that is also a sealed copy. And then last but not least, well, the last of this pile, actually. Well, there's two more. I also have Haunted House as well. Never played this game. Doesn't look really good. I did see the some gameplay of it. Doesn't really look that good. Looks kind of like cartoonish a little bit. But I am going to be checking it out because obviously the title says Haunted House. So it kind of got me to like purchase the game kind of. Well, really wasn't so bad on the price in that situation. And then I have one more game left in the pile. And I have, well, I'm excited to play this game. The Addams Family Mansion Mayhem for the Nintendo Switch. I have played a little bit of a gameplay of it on my PS4 Pro. So I am going to be actually testing this game out on the Switch. Obviously, it's the same exact game, except it's on the Switch. But I feel like this game is actually going to be the best on the Switch because of the Joy-Cons and the controls. So I feel like I'm going to have a really fun time actually playing the full game of this on the Switch. As you can see, you got Morticia, Gomez, Pugsley, and Wednesday. It's obviously not based on the movie. It's just its own game, which I have found out when I played a little bit of it on my PS4 Pro. So I can't wait to actually check that game out. It's like one of those fun games that you just want to sit back, relax, and play on the Switch. So I can't wait to actually check this out on the Switch version. So that's pretty much the pile there for the games that I have there. I have another game on the side, but we'll get to that in just a few moments. So, as well as this, I'm going to get to the unboxing video of this right now, and I have special accessories on the side that I'm going to show. But first, we're going to show this as well. So this is the Nightmare Before Christmas Halloween Nintendo Switch case. I actually got this off Amazon a couple of months ago. I figured I'd do a video of it now. As you can see, it's really cool, actually. It's a very sturdy, hard case. You got Jack Skellington in the middle with a pumpkin that says Halloween with some skulls. So I really like the design with this. I think I got this for like $15 on Amazon. It's a pretty sturdy case. As you can see, I have some, I have a cloth in here, and I have some like pumpkin things that I'm going to put on my Switch. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to put on these pumpkin ones on the joystick. So I'm excited about that. So this is a nice case for my Switch if I want to like bring it out on the go or just have it in a case or playing handheld every once in a while. I have a nice sturdy case. So, of course, it's spooky. I wanted it. It looks really, really cool. Like I said, as well as this. And then in this bag right here, I have a few Switch accessories. So I also have another thing right here. We're going to get through it really quickly. This is the Luigi's Mansion 3. This is actually a Switch Lite case. So obviously the Switch that I'm about to unbox in a few moments will not actually fit in this. But I wanted to actually pick this up about a year ago. It was on Amazon, and I think they had a deal. This was $20, but I got it for like 10. They had like a deal on it. And I figured, yeah, I'm not really going to be able to use it with the Switch because I don't have a Switch Lite. But I just felt like I wanted to have it part of my collection. As you can see, it looks really spooky. You got Luigi on the main cover there. And then there's nothing in the back, and it does say Luigi's Mansion 3. And he looks completely terrified here. So I just definitely wanted to get my hands on that, just to have it. And then in here, I have the Nightmare Before Christmas thumb grips for the Joy-Cons. I actually got these at Hot Topic about a year ago. You got Zero and Jack Skeleton, which could fit on the original model and the Switch as well. And then over here, I have some Skull thumb grips as well that I got off Amazon. These are actually pretty cheap, so I wanted to get them. Then I also have this Happy Halloween 24 storage game card box, which is pretty cool. Also got this on Amazon as well. So you just put the game cartridges in here. I'm actually going to use this. This looks really, really cool. So you have a ghost on it, and you can fit 24 storage game cards in here to store it. Felt like that was also cool to have. I've had that for quite some time. And then over here, as it gets interesting, I'm going to modify the Switch. I do have these crystal Halloween protectors for the Joy-Cons, the Halloween edition, that I also got on Amazon as well, which you could actually put in the back of the tablet and also on the Joy-Cons. So I definitely wanted to get that to customize it to be spooky. And then I also have the other Joy-Con grips as well and Halloween themed. Also, this is a case. I don't know if you could actually dock this. I'm not exactly sure because I feel like with the clear case, it might get in the way with docking the Switch. But I don't know. We'll find out once I do put it on. So that looks really cool as well. I also have well, this is old. I've had this for quite some time. This is a Joy-Con charger. So you plug it in and you put the two Joy-Cons here to charge. You could actually fit 4 Joy-Cons. So that's good to have. So I don't have to leave the Joy-Cons on the Switch in order to charge it. And then I have these Ghost thumb grips as well that I also got on Amazon as well for the thumb grips for the Switch. Now, you don't have to use the thumb grips. It's just, optional. And I also have an extra AC adapter as well. If I want to play the Switch on handheld, I could also charge it with an extra AC adapter. So that's pretty much all inside this Halloween bag. So I wanted to show that real quick. And now we're going to get to the main attraction of this video, and that is the Switch OLED. And like I said, this video might go a little bit long, depending on that, but try to stay tuned as well as you possibly can on my channel. So put this to the side for just a second. And here it is. And also, too, I also picked up, well, I've had this for quite some time, too, but this is the big Jumbo Boo from Mario. Like I said, I'm a spooky guy. I love everything spooky. I've had this for quite some time. I just never did a video of it. So this is the Jumbo Boo that I got from Amazon. I think I got it for like $30 like about 2 years ago. It's kind of late that I'm doing the video now, but I wanted to share it in this video since it is the perfect theme for what I'm about to unbox in just a few moments. So I got this off Amazon. They had a small one, but I'm like, that's kind of boring. I feel like this would look kind of cool just displayed on my bed and just to use as a pillow. So I figured I'd pick this up. And this is a pretty big size Boo. This is a Jumbo Boo, like I said. So this is a decent size. This is a Boo Jumbo that I got from Amazon. So this looks really, really cool. Like I said, to display on my bed for the perfect occasion to play Luigi's Mansion. So we're going to put him to the side for just a moment right here. And now we're going to get to the main attraction of the video, and it is the Nintendo Switch OLED. So I know this came out in 2021. You're going to ask yourself, why am I doing a video of the Switch OLED in 2025 when the Switch 2 is about to be announced, probably in the next 2 days? Well, that's a great question because I don't plan on getting the Switch 2 on launch. I do plan on getting that sometime down the road, later on this year, maybe by the holiday season. But as in right now, I'm going to be playing the Switch OLED, and I'm actually going to be enjoying this for quite some time before I decide I want to upgrade to the Switch 2, which we don't really know how the Switch 2 is going to look like. It hasn't been revealed, but they are planning on revealing it sometime later on this week. So I am going to actually check out the reveal and see what it looks like. But I did get this at Target. I had a Target gift card. The Switch OLED is still $350. And when I went there, they had a lot of Switches in stock. On top, they had the Switch Lights in the blue, and I think they had just the blue one. They had a bunch of Switch Lights up top. They also had the V2 Switch, so they had like 4 or 5 of those in the neons. And then they had 3 white ones, and they had 2 neons. And then I went back there. I didn't buy it at the time yet. I went back, figured that I was going to wait because I don't have a Switch. And then I ended up coming back, and they had 1 white one left and 1 neon one left. So I wanted to get the white one. I didn't want to get the black one because the blue and red is kind of old, and I don't really like the blue and red. I feel like if I want to customize it, it just stands out too much. And I wanted to get the ghostly white Switch OLED because this would be perfect to customize for Halloween if I add some like pumpkins to it and things like that. So I feel like the white is obviously different. So I ended up getting the white one. Like I said, they had 2 left of these, and then they had 2 left of the neons. And then I bought this one, and then I went back a couple of days later, and they actually completely sold out of the white ones, and they only had the black one left. So I feel like people are still buying the Switch, even though the Switch 2 is going to be coming out in a couple of months this year. So it looks like people are still buying the Switch, and they're not holding off for the new one, unless they're just buying this right now, testing it out, and then eventually down the road they'll upgrade. Or maybe some people just don't even care about the Switch 2 and they just want to get just a normal Switch because they don't care, or they don't want to wait, or they don't know how much it's going to be. So I ended up getting the white one at Target. Like I said, $350. Nintendo doesn't really change their prices. This has been out since 2021, and I remember when this was available for pre-order, and I actually wasn't able to pre-order it. Unless I did, and then I canceled the pre-order, and I figured I'd get it sometime down the road. But because at the time I did have the version 2 Switch, or the version 1 Switch, which I no longer have, so I wanted to upgrade to the OLED in 2025. So yeah, that is the story of that. Like I said, this has been out since 2021, but I wanted to get it this year in 2025. Like I said, I will get a Switch 2 sometime down the road. So this is the white OLED Switch. As well. So before we unbox that as well, I didn't just pick that up from Target, but I also picked up 2 other things. I also picked up Disney Epic Mickey rebrushed. I also have this game on the PS5, so if you checked out my video of the PS5 Pro, I actually have this game for PS5, but I'm actually going to test this out first on the Switch, because I am going to be displaying my Switch OLED right on that left shelf right there. So I am going to be testing this out first on the Switch to see how the gameplay is first. Like I said, I feel like this game might actually be the best on the Switch because since it's cartoonish and it's Disney, I feel like Disney games always are great on the Switch. So this game was $60 at Target. Like I said, this was $60 when it came out in September. So like I said, a little bit pricey, but it is a Switch game. And I also picked up a 12-month Nintendo Switch Online membership. So when I do set up my Switch OLED, I will be accessing to Nintendo Switch Online, which is 12 months. So you can access the old school classic NES games and stuff like that. So this was only $20, which is a pretty good deal. You get 1 year of Nintendo Switch Online for $20. I mean, you really can't beat that, considering like Sony and Xbox, it's more money if you wanted to get 1 year. So I picked up that, and I also picked up one more thing as well. I had the receipt, but I'm not going to show it on the video because they put the code on it. But I also picked up, which this is the main attraction of the video that I'm going to be playing first on my Switch, is Luigi's Mansion 2 digital on the Switch OLED. And I know this game came out back in early June, but I didn't have the chance to actually pre-order it. So I actually wanted to wait because I was actually playing the third one for quite some time. I wanted to complete that game first, so I never had the chance to pick this up. They did not have a physical copy at Target, so I ended up just picking up an all-digital one. Like I said, that's all they had. I asked them if they had it. They didn't have any copies. But then I asked them if I could actually keep the card because I didn't want just the receipt. I wanted to actually keep this as well as a collector's item. And he said, yeah, of course. You bought the download content. You could have the card. So Target was nice enough to give me the actual download code for Luigi's Mansion 2. Which, by the way, there is no download code on this. This is just the actual, like retail, display thing. The actual code is on the receipt, but I don't want to show it on the video because I don't want anyone to redeem the code. So this is just the display, and I said I wanted it. Like I said, I paid $60 for it. Like I said, I know this game's been out since, early June, but we all know that Nintendo doesn't bump down their prices. So I am going to be downloading this on my Switch OLED. I don't know how much space this is going to take up, but I'm pretty sure it will take up maybe a significant amount of space. But this is also a remake from Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon on the 3DS. So if you do remember that game, this is a remastered game on the Switch. And they're calling it Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. So I can't wait to check this out. I played Dark Moon on the 3DS years ago, and that was one of my favorite Luigi Mansion games of all time on the series. So I definitely know I'm going to like this because this is the same game as Dark Moon on the 3DS. They just remastered it and made it clearer on the Switch. So this is going to be the first game that I'm going to download on the Switch. I'd rather have a physical copy just because I could display it on my shelf. But like I said, they didn't have any physical copies. So I just ended up just getting a download code of it and getting the card. So thank you, Target, for giving me the card that I could hold on to and have it as a collector's item. So that's kind of cool. So that's that right there. So we're going to put that to the side. And not only that, but there is one more big thing that I want to show before we get to the Switch unboxing. And this I got back at GameStop back in June when Luigi's Mansion 2 was up for pre-order. I wasn't able to pre-order it like I said, but I did request that I wanted the actual poster in the GameStop window. Now, like I said, I don't like GameStop, but I did want this poster, and I asked them if I could have it when they take it down, and they told me to put my name down. When they take it down, they will let me know. And they were nice enough to greet me the actual poster that was on the window for advertisement back in June with Luigi's Mansion 2. Now, bear with me. This is a huge poster, so I'm going to actually have to stand up to actually show you it. I've had this for quite some time, but I wanted to reveal this on my video. So here it is right here. I don't know if you guys could see that clearly, but this is the Luigi's Mansion 2 HD official poster, as you could see. It's got the switches on the bottom. And this is just really, really nice. I am going to be hanging this up on some part of my wall. I just got to figure out where I'm going to put it because this is a really, really big poster. It is really, really wide. So it's not as smaller as my other posters on my wall. I might actually move my Nightmare one on the other side and actually put this in the middle. But this is a really, really huge poster. And like I said, I got to actually find some wall space for this. But it's really cool that I was able to actually get this. Like I said, it was either that or they were going to end up just throwing it out over time. And I feel like, why would you throw out this poster? You'll never see it again because this was advertising the game. But they were nice enough to hold it for me, and I'm glad that I have this in my possession. So that is, and the side is obviously the same. So I am going to be finding some wall space to apply that on my wall, probably around that side right there. Not over here, but probably on this side of my wall. So that's going to go perfect from when I played the game. I have the poster there as well. So now let's get to the main attraction of the video. So we're going to put everything to the side for just a second. And let's get to the Switch OLED. So like I said, this came out back in 2021. The only two colors they had was white and the neon. But like I said, the white one is definitely different because Nintendo never really had a white Switch dock before, except the Animal Crossing one. So this one I definitely would choose over the black one. I do prefer black just because it blends in with my shelf better. White does stand out and stick out more, and I do feel like this will get dirty over time since it's white. But like I said, you could customize the white. This is more of a ghostly white, which that's what this video is all about. So this is more of a ghostly white. So here it is right here. Like I said, it was either that or the V2 Switch, but that's old hardware. This is the newest, obviously the newest Switch to date that came out. And they also made special editions. They also made the Legends of Zelda one at the time. That was the first ever limited edition OLED. I think they also had a Monster Hunter one. But I never really liked the limited edition ones. I mean, I feel like if Nintendo went with like a Luigi's Mansion 2 Switch OLED, I would have definitely went for that, of course. But they never made one of that, which I'm kind of surprised they never did. I feel like, ring a bell. Maybe on the next Luigi's Mansion game, they might make a bundle for the Switch 2 of it. I don't know. We'll find out down the road later this year. But anyway, this is the white Switch OLED, or Switch OLED. So on top over here, it does say Nintendo Switch. Obviously, the packaging is really small. I like how Nintendo keeps their boxes super small, so you could definitely display it and keep it very easily because it doesn't take up a lot of space. I like how they keep their systems in compact size compared to the PlayStation and Xbox where the boxes are huge. But I like it as well. So over here you have somebody holding up the tablet as they're docking it, and these are the white Joy-Cons. I'm calling it the Oreo Switch or the Ghostly White Switch since it's black and white and it's spooky. And then on the side right here, it does say Nintendo Switch OLED. So this is a definitely different model from the V1 and V2. Obviously, we already know that entering 2025. We're already about to get some new Switch hardware anyway. So this is all old news at this point. But like I said, I'm having fun on my channel. And yeah, I know this came out in 2021 back in October. And it's 2025. And the Switch 2 is coming out. That's going to be next. And no one cares about the OLED. But I'm just trying to have a good time here and enjoy this as much as I can before I upgrade later this year. So anyway, this is the OLED Switch. It has a 7-inch OLED screen, which is slightly bigger than the previous one. And it also has a 64 gigabyte system memory. So with the original Switch, which I don't have, which I can't compare, the version 2 or the version 1 had a 32 gigabyte. So this is 64 gigs. So you're getting, 30 more gigs extra with the Switch. And also, too, you could buy one of those micro SD cards if you ever want to expand it, like to a 128, 256, 512. I know the micro SD cards have gotten very cheap now, so they're not really that expensive if you want to actually upgrade. So this has a 7-inch screen, 64 gigabyte of memory, so they're giving you more. It also has a dock with a LAN port, which I'm not going to use. That's just an extra Ethernet cable that you could put into the dock. Not a big deal. And it also has an adjustable stand, which is improved on the OLED compared to the original. And on the side as well, it has your basic contents. So it comes with the Nintendo Switch console, Joy-Con left white, Joy-Con right white, Joy-Con straps, high-speed HDMI cable, Nintendo Switch dock white, Joy-Con grip, and Nintendo Switch AC adapter. And that's basically what's included, obviously, which would be. And then in the back, it shows you the picture of the Switch OLED. We've seen this before, but I want to do a video of it. So it does have a tabletop mode, which the normal Switch obviously had it. TV mode, as you could have it docked with the grip. And then you have handheld mode, which you could play in handheld mode. You can also attach the Joy-Cons to the straps. So that is that as well. And they also have the Switch Lite. But I feel like, the Switch Lite, it's kind of boring because that doesn't go to the TV. Sometimes I like to play my games in handheld and TV. So I feel like this is the best of both worlds. The Switch Lite, you're kind of limited to that because it's just strictly handheld. So I figure, yeah, the Switch Lite is definitely never the option. So anyway, we're going to get to the unboxing as well. And yeah, there's a serial number at the bottom. I can't wait to play a Luigi's Mansion 2 on this. I'm super psyched. I mean, like I said, I can't wait to start off playing this thing with a spooky game. And what better way to play it than Luigi's Mansion 2, which I have right over there. So I'm super happy. So anyway, let's get to the unboxing of the Switch OLED from 2021. Or should I say the Ghostly White Switch OLED from 2021. So like I said, I ended up going with the white one over the black one just because the white ones, I feel like Nintendo never released the white Joy-Con separately. With the black one, they have released the red and blue neons, and they've had that since 2017. And you could also buy those separately if you ever want the blue and red. The white ones, they never sold separately unless the only way to get the white ones is if you actually got the white OLED. So that's what makes this one special compared to the black one. So without any further ado, we're going to unbox it here. I mean, like I said, we all know what the Switch OLED looks like, so we're not here trying to get, excited about it. But, like I said, for me it is because I am not upgrading to the Switch 2 immediately. I am not. And I just can't right now anyway. So anyway, I did open up the bottom there. And I do plan on keeping the box like I always do with everything. So, as well as that. So, I I am sitting down as I unbox it. And we get in the box. So right inside the box, this is what we have inside. Now, I didn't buy a screen protector for this. I just don't think it's necessary. I mean, you can get one if you want to protect it, if you are going to be bringing it out with you, just in case it does drop. And to protect it, I do recommend a screen protector, but a lot of people don't know, I'm sure they do by now, the Switch OLED does have a film screen protector already pre-installed on it, compared to the original. So they do have a film screen protector on it, and I'll show you that in just a few moments. So over here, right off the bat, you do get your white Joy-Cons. You are greeted with the white Joy-Cons, and I gotta tell you, I love the white ones. I really do. I really feel like this color is just nice. The only difference is, like I said, I feel like it's going to get very dirty over time, especially holding it a lot. I feel like maybe over time these might get like yellowish maybe. Because I remember with the Wii U at the time, the white did get discolored. But I feel like these will keep its color for quite some time, you know. So there are the white Joy-Cons. I'm calling these the Oreo black and white because if you remember an Oreo, they obviously are black and white. So they do remind me of an Oreo cookie Joy-Cons. So we're going to put the straps to the side. Like I said, I like to package everything the way I see it inside the box. Just so this way I don't lose any of the packaging. Not like I'm going to put the Switch back in the box, but I just always like to do it that way. And then on the side right here, we have the Switch OLED. So basically the OLED has a better screen, so if you are playing in handheld mode, you will notice some vibrant colors on the screen compared to the original. So it's going to have vibrant colors. It's going to look a lot better. Only in handheld mode, but if you are docking it, you won't notice a difference. You'll only notice it when you play in handheld mode. So, and obviously the screen is a lot bigger on the OLED. So we're going to take it out for just a moment. And I'm going to show you. So they did put a film on it, as you could see. So I don't know if you guys could see it on the camera, but they did add like a film on top of the screen there, like on the screen. You can add a tempered glass screen protector if you wanted to for double protection, but they do add like a film on the OLED. So you do also got to remember the OLED is also a glass screen compared to the original Switch, which was more of a plastic screen. So this is more of a premium feel. This is a little bit heavier compared to the original Switch model. So I feel like they went with the glass screen, which is why also they put a screen protector, or should I say a film screen protector on it, just because it's a glass screen and it will shatter a lot quicker than if it was on the plastic. So they obviously upgraded the kickstand, as we know, and obviously the kickstand is definitely a lot better this time around than it was on the original. As you can see, there's the kickstand right there. So if you are going to be playing the games in tabletop mode, it won't be wobbly. I feel like they should have done this a long time ago with the kickstand. I feel like they should have made the kickstand like this since launch. I don't know why it took them like 4 years to make a better kickstand. I don't know. I mean, I feel like this should have been of what they had during launch, but they didn't. So we are going to detach the Joy-Cons on the side for just a second, and as you can see, you got the Switch logo on the bottom, which is smaller than the previous that had it in the middle of the system. So they did change a little bit on the OLED than the original. As you can see, everything kind of stayed the same on the top. You got your volume, your power button, your speaker. So everything kind of stayed the same on the OLED. They just changed a little bit of it. And I got fingerprints there for just a second, but that's not even that big of a deal. So there is the OLED. Like I said, I really enjoy the white one. So we're going to put this to the side for just a second and see what else we get inside the box. Put that to the side right here. So depending on what you're doing, also too, as you open it, it does say plug it in. It's got a little quick guide, set it up. AC adapter power may configure it outside of USA, and also tells you how to remove the Joy-Cons. Press that button to loosen the Joy-Cons. So we already know that as well. This is not the first rodeo. The Switch has been out for quite some time. So you do get, as what you would get inside the box, you do get your high-speed HDMI cable. This is the same cable as you would get with the original Switch model. So nothing has changed there. So there's the high-speed HDMI cable that you plug into the dock into your HDMI on the TV. So that's just a regular high-speed HDMI cable. Try to untie it right now. They really made this super tight. Like I said, I don't want to go too long on this video because my iPad 10th generation is dying at the moment. So I want to make sure I end this video before it actually ends up dying. If I can actually just get this apart, which they kind of made this thing super tight. So bear with me here. So you know what? I'm not even going to bother with that right now. We'll just put it to the side because it is really, really tight. Let's put that back in the box. And then over here, we have our power adapter, which I do have an extra one, but this is to plug into the dock as well, to plug into the wall. So this will obviously power up your Switch. I always say it's always good to have an extra one, because when I do end up playing in handheld mode, I don't have to actually unplug this one out of the dock, because I also do want to play with it on the TV as well. So it's always good to have an extra one. I just ended up having an extra one. I don't know how I found an extra one. I don't know what it was even from, to be quite honest with you, but I ended up finding an extra one. And this, I'm going to try to get off in just a second. So they obviously, I feel like they obviously, so I got that off. So they obviously made the Switch for higher improvement. I know a lot of people like those vibrant colors, but if you already have a Switch, I don't think the Switch OLED is really much of an upgrade. It's just a little tiny of an upgrade. It's really not much of a difference. But if you are coming from your first Switch, you know, the original's $299, the OLED's $350. You might as well just spend the extra $50 and get the better screen. I mean, to be honest, it's only a $50 difference. Then over here, they give you the grip, which I'm not even going to use this. This is just cool to just display the Joy-Cons, but I'm not really going to use the grip. I mean, I just don't see the point of it, but that's good that they include it as well. I wonder if the Switch 2 is actually going to have a grip, but again, we don't really know what that's even going to look like. And by the way, when I do get to Switch 2 down the road, I will be doing an unboxing video of that, so stay tuned for that. I'm just not going to be getting it, you know, right away, obviously, because I am going to be spending a lot of time with the OLED model since I just recently got it. And put it to the side right now. And then, last but not least, we have the white dock. So we are going to take a look at the OLED dock, obviously. And I feel like, oh, I am missing something here. I forgot about the wrist straps. They were kind of hidden under the box there. So you can't have the Joy-Cons without the wrist straps, obviously. These are the most important part of the Switch. And what they did with the OLED ones compared to the originals, they added this little white dots on it. I don't know, something a little bit different. And it looks like it's a little bit looser. So these are the wrist straps for the OLED. I was actually looking at it and I'm like, where in the world is the wrist straps? Meanwhile, it was already inside the box. Now, last but not least, let's take a look at the white Switch dock, obviously. Take a look at it. Wrapped in this styrofoam, should I say this cool thing as well. I had it upside down, so for a minute it looked like it was black, but that's just the bottom of it. I'm like, wait, did they give me a black dock? Anyway, here's the white one. So, and I really like the white. It really does stand out. It's got like that ghostly white to it. You do have the Nintendo Switch logo in the middle. And then they kind of change it. Obviously, we know they put this little thing here, which is different. This back actually comes off, and you can put it back on, but I'm not going to take it off. And then in the middle, it's got this glossy black. I don't know why they put a glossy middle in it. I feel like that's just going to get dirty and fingerprinty over time. I don't know why they did that. And then the LAN cable would be in the back of this, which no one's really going to use. But that is the white Switch dock as well. Like I said, it's going to stand out nice because I am going to be customizing this. So this is going to be looking nice over time. So that is pretty much all inside the box here. That is the Switch OLED. Obviously, this came out in 2021, so there's nothing, you know, spectacular about it. But like I said, if you already have, you know, the day one Switch from 2017, or if you have the V2, or if you even have the Switch Lite, I feel like maybe if you have the Switch Lite, it is worth an upgrade because you are getting a better system and you can play on the TV. So that's just an upgrade by itself. But if you already have the standard Switch, there really is no point in getting the Switch OLED. Like I said, you're just going to get the extra vibrant colors. That's basically all you're getting. There really wasn't much in it. And also, too, I forgot to go on the bottom. You do have your Nintendo quick start guide, which nobody reads. I don't even know why Nintendo even decides to put a smart guide in here. I mean, I think we all know how to operate a Switch by now. It's been out since 2017. But anyway, there is my Switch OLED unboxing. I'm actually going to be setting this up with my new Nintendo account. So, you know, I hope I get some followers and some friends on the Switch. Once I set it up, it shouldn't take that long. I'm going to display it on my left side of my TV right there. Just sign in with my new account, set up the system, set up my avatar, and then I think there's a little quick system update, and then I should start playing in no time. I don't know if the Joy-Cons actually have some battery to it right off the box, but I'm not going to start playing tonight. I'm actually going to start playing Luigi's Mansion 2 tomorrow night. So I will be doing a gameplay of that. I don't know if I'm going to be filming it. Probably not. But I'm not going to be able to play that tonight, obviously, because, you know, it is starting to get late. So that is basically the Switch OLED unboxing in the ghostly white color. Let me know, guys, in the comment section below. Are you guys planning on still getting the Switch OLED? Or do you think it's just not worth it because of the Switch 2? Post in the comment section below. I mean, I would like to see people still buy the Switch. I mean, why not? This is the most successful console that Nintendo has ever done. So I can't see why the normal Switch wouldn't be selling. And also, too, do you think the Switch OLED is going to be discontinued because of the Switch 2? Do you think they're just going to completely get rid of the OLED screen? Because I do think that the new Switch is going to have a larger display. So are they going to be completely done with OLED? I don't know. Post in the comments section down below, because I know this did come out in 2021 and OLED was big for Nintendo a couple of years ago. Are they going to try to stir away from the OLED screen? I don't know. Like I said, post in the comments section below. But I'm going to be setting this thing up. Thank you guys for watching. I pretty much summed up everything that I have in this video. Like I said, I'm going to start playing Luigi's Mansion 2 on the Nintendo Switch. Tomorrow night. I'm going to be downloading it. But thank you guys for watching. So that's going to be my last unboxing video for a while for electronics. I will be back with some more videos on my channel. Some more Nightmare Before Christmas stuff is on the way. I'm going to be doing some content of that. Hocus Pocus stuff as well. Just stay tuned, because I will be back with another video on my channel. So remember, always stay spooky. Thank you for watching.